Hello, my name is Forrest. I'm going to be showing you how to build a program in Teradata. So open up your web browser, go to studyabroad.etsu.edu, and then go to the login page. Type in your username and your password. This will be your ETSU username and password, and then just hit login. And once you are logged in, it will take you to this home page where you can begin building your program. Go to Programs, go to Search, and then just hit the search button, and your program should be listed. Now, before we go into this, I have an example right here for another brochure. This is what it will look like when it's all finished. Might have a couple things added that are different. You have your title, which you will not change this at all. You will only change after this point because this just makes it so it's listed at the top of the page. We have the location. This one is China. We have the program terms, the restrictions, and dates and deadlines, and different things like language, like what languages they'll be speaking and what kind of program it is. All our programs will be faculty-led. And here's just a description of the program and the university, and this photo, if you don't have it, we'll be able to add it in. Keep scrolling down, you'll have the dates and deadlines of each specific term, when it is and when it ends, and then they'll be able to apply at the bottom. So if we go back, alright, so this is the general tab. This is the first tab you see. This is where you name your program, add the program homepage link, and program notes that you'll see, but most students won't see. And you can also, this is where you can activate your program so that people can start applying for it. Don't activate it until it's been approved and it's gone through all the steps. Mine's just a test program, so just call it test program. And a few of these will be grayed out. Don't worry about those. That's just things you don't have to worry about that we can change here. So first, start off with locations. Just click on there. And this is just where you add where they'll be going, what country and city. So for instance, they want to go to London. You have London right there. Or if there's multiple places, we can even go to Ireland like that. And Londonderry, United Kingdom. So we can actually select all three of those. If there are any locations that do not show up on the list or anything like that, please just get in contact with the Study Abroad coordinator. Just email our office and we can make sure we add that to the list. And again, to select multiple locations, you can control and click on the locations you need and hit add. All right, once you have locations, move over to dates. Dates will be the next important thing to get finished on the program. So once we're here, you go down to add new date record and choose the appropriate term in the drop-down box, depending on the year of your program. And then just click add. And after that, you'll get a list of different dates and different times that you can add. We'll do May 14th, 2018 to August 14th, 2018. Your application deadline and decision date deadline will be in there automatically for you, but you can change those manually. And please just ignore this button right here that says apply dates to multiple programs. You don't need to use that. All right, once you have all that in there, just hit add. And that'll be put right there, and we can move on to itinerary. The difference between dates and itinerary is dates is the time period of the whole program, and itinerary is a breakdown of each leg of the trip and the dates you'll be going to each location. In an itinerary, I can choose the appropriate term and hit add. Those times, and we can do, since we started in May, on May 14th, we can do this as the first leg. So it can be May 14th, and then we can go to, we'll do June 14th for London. And then we can add another one for the next place. And so we'll do, since we did May to June, we can do the 15th for the next one. And then we can go to the 15th of July and hit add, and that should show up as well. And then we can add one more. It's like the last location. We can make that July 16th through August 15th. August 14th when the date ends. Hit update. And this will just show all the different legs of the trip. If your program only goes to one location, you would only need to add one itinerary record. All right, once you have the itinerary all finished up, we can move on to the next thing, which will be the parameters. Parameters are set up so that when students go to search for a program, these just help them find that program easier. So if there's a language they're interested in, say they're interested in English and French, you go here and you can select English, and if you control click, you can also select French and just add those. And that way, when they go to search for a program, whenever they want to apply for one, if they search a program for French or a program for English, they'll show up in both searches. We can add that. And same for all the rest of it: minimum GPA, house options, areas of study, class status. So if for class status, if you're looking for a specific year, say if you're looking for only like juniors and seniors, you can do that to be more specific, and they can search for that as well, just like they would for the language. And that would be, it would pop up under those categories. For program, this is always faculty-led. So don't worry about direct and exchange, it'll always be faculty-led. You can add that in there. And course prerequisites, we don't list all the courses under these. If you have a course that you wanted to do a prerequisite for, please just email us and let us know, and we'll get it added to the list for you to add to the list, for you to add to the parameters. For program type, the program type will always be study abroad. Just select that, add, and add. For the rest of these, it's just basically self-explanatory and kind of the same. Just fill out as much as these parameters as possible for them to be able to search and get your program more frequently than the rest. Next, we'll be looking at the budget sheets. All right, for budget sheets, you do not necessarily have to make a budget sheet. Some people like them, some people choose not to have them. You just select the term again, hit add. Once you select the term will show up at the bottom and it'll give you 4 options for different types of applicants. You only have to focus on the internal one. So just check mark that box and hit the pencil. Now once you're in here, if you scroll down, you'll see a list where it says no budget items have been added yet. To add to this list, you just go to select parameter and select from the drop-down menu one of these options. And you can use as many of these as you want. We'll go ahead and add the airfare one and insert that. And we'll add hotel and insert that, just to see how it adds up when we look at what the student sees. So for airfare, it could be, I'm just making these numbers up, but say a plane ticket is $800. So we'll put that there and say hotel is $500. Just add that in there, make whatever notes you need to share with the student, and then hit update. And you won't see it here, but if we log into the student page, we can see what our program looks like so far. If you go to here to budget sheets and just click on the right term, you'll see where the airfare is and internal and the hotel and the prices that we established earlier, and as well as the total of what they combine to equal. This is just a good way for them to see pricing and just to budget out how much money they need to take on their trip. Next, we would look at the requirements. Requirements are just automatic documents, materials, and questionnaires that will be sent to the students when they start applying for the program. You can go to Summer 2018 to look at these. It's basically just the documents that are automatically sent out. So you do not need to worry for the most part. These materials will be delivered to the students through the platform upon request of entering the program. Once you look at the requirements, we can also look at history. This is just a good way to see who has made a change to the program recently. So for the most part, I have made the changes to the program just going through here. So if there's more than one faculty member in charge of the program, it would show up here. The last change I made was 11/18, just a few minutes ago. So it would show up here, and you'd just be able to keep track, so you wouldn't have to constantly email somebody. If there's 2 people working on the same program, you can just look at the history and see what was the last thing that was edited. Just a useful tool to keep on top of things and to keep things organized. This is how you set up a program. Once you've done all this, you're basically finished with the program. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email the Study Abroad office and we will get back to you. Thank you. Hope this helped.